Hello guys, and welcome to a brand new videos on Twin Flames today, on your one true love, on the person that actually brings you to yourself, whatever that means. That means that you actually get to know yourself thanks to that person, to your twin flame, to your one true love, the person you feel is made for you, has been created for you. They actually bring you to a path of self-discovery, of self-healing, of self-awareness, of self-recognition, of self-everything. So if we look at it closely, it's actually a pretty selfish thing that you get to do on this twin flame journey. You get to focus on you only. When you get tired of focusing on him or her, you realize, okay, I get to focus on myself. I get to make this all about myself. And then you might realize that this is the first time in your life that you get to do this. Maybe you were always asked to focus on someone else. You were asked to look after your siblings. You were asked to look after your parents, whatever it is. Maybe you're a firefighter and you're like asked to focus on fire, and I don't know where that came from, but whatever it is, here is the news. Twin flames are the path to yourself. They get you to purely be all about yourself. So today's subject around twin flames is it normal that separation is this painful? Or like, please help, I can't take this anymore, this is too painful, what is happening? I separated before from people, but this is an awkward one, because honestly, first of all, I'm dying because I feel like I'm dying because I feel like I can't take the pain. Like what people tell me is that it feels like you're amputated. Is that the right word? Yes. Someone amputates like your arm, like they come along and you're like, boom, gone, right? Which hurts. Or it feels like your heart is being ripped out of your body while you're actually not anesthetized. How does that go? Like you didn't get a syringe of like, oh, you're sleeping beauty, and now you're like, okay, I don't feel a thing. No, you're actually fully aware and fully conscious, and it feels like your heart is being ripped out of your chest. Or like there's many other examples. Like there might be a moment where you're like, I don't even want to live anymore. Like the pain is such that I just feel I'd rather really like take my own life or die or not be alive anymore. I can't get up in the morning anymore. Like any of these things that's what it can feel like. And I promise you, you're not going to die of this. You will get through this. It takes your choice to go through with it. Yes, you will, but it is not like you're protected. You're looked after. Like it won't be allowed for you to like do something to yourself. That's not in the cards for you. This is about something else. So please go through the pain, stick it out, sit it out. You will survive it. You will be okay. You're even okay in every moment of this pain. You're not in danger. So yes, as if you can tell by me like elaborating here, right? That yes, it's normal for this to be so painful. Yes, it is. So why is it? Why is it normal? Well, let's look at it, right? Like what people do or what people hope for all their life is to meet the right person. The person that feels like home to them, the person that feels like themselves to them, that feels like the perfect partner, that feels like the one true love, that feels like the biggest love story you ever lived or experienced, the most intense feelings, the most intense sex, the most intense common values, like whatever it is that you experience with your twin flame. Sometimes it's not all of them. Sometimes you have blocks in certain areas, maybe. But so don't get like, oh, Yvonne said it's all perfect and it's not the case in our case, so maybe it's not our twin flame. No, it doesn't have to be all perfect because certain areas might need healings. That's okay. But ideally, once it's fully healed, this relationship is meant to be perfect. Because you are meant to be with each other and happy and in harmony and in peace. So as I said, everyone hopes to meet that person. So when you meet your twin flame, you meet that person. You meet yourself in another body, basically. You meet what you wished for existed, which is someone just like you, but a man or a woman, or it's not about gender as you know by now, but just the perfect match for yourself. So you meet that person, and then you get to hang out with them and make love and go to the movies or like whatever it is. You get to do these things with them, and you get to create that bond of recognition of like, oh, you know, we've been one eternally anyways. Like, I recognize you, I remember you, like I know, it feels like I know you even though I don't know you. So it's this magical moment of recognition and of falling in love, basically. It's not even falling in love because you've always been in love in eternity, but it feels like you get to know the person and you're like, that's why it feels like, sorry, this is a little random. No, it's not random, but I'm cutting a sentence to say another one. So it feels like you're falling in love, but at the same time it doesn't, because in truth, you've always been in love. You've been created in unconditional love. You love each other unconditionally. So it's not a classical falling in love of like first date, second date, third date. You Americans, you have like 700 dates before you do something, right? I'm funny. It's not that. It's not the classical getting to know each other, falling in love. It's like instant. It's like, boom, I love you. It's this love at first sight moment. It's because it's always been there. It's as if it clicked within you, what was always there. It's as if a lid had been lifted from the cover of the cup of love that is fully filled up within you for that other person, because you've been created like that. That's who you are. Who you are is that love for that person. Who you are is that love for yourself. Who you are is love for God. That's who you are. So with meeting the person, that is activated, right? It's like, boom, oh my gosh, I wasn't aware so far, but now, boom, it's here. So, as I said, everyone looks for that. Everyone wants that. If they're honest with themselves and with others, that's what everyone wants. So you meet that. You get to feel that and meet that and experience that, only to then sort of lose it. You're not really losing it, but it seems like physically you're like, this person either leaves you, you leave them, you like, it blows up, like your relationship blows up because it's just too intense. It's just so intense. And you can see through each other, like you can't hide. There's no place to hide. You just recognize each other on every level. You see each other's weaknesses. You see each other's blocks. You call each other out on them. It's like, it's not the most comfortable thing always, right? So whatever happens, what usually follows, and it doesn't have to, but what nowadays usually follows, is a breakup. So this video is about knowing, is it normal that this hurts so much? And yes, it is. It is normal, because you met, like you felt that coming home feeling of like, I finally met the right person. We had an amazing time for this and that long. And then it feels like you have to let them go, which in truth you don't. But it feels like it. It feels like you have to let them go. They're going to go away. They're going to move on. They're going to be with someone else. Like they're going to marry someone else. They're going to, whatever it is, it feels like it's not only a normal heartbreak. It feels like really what we said before, like your heart is basically being taken out of your chest and like being trampled upon, right? It feels bad. So why am I even making this video telling you how bad it feels? I just want to encourage you, like, that it's normal. If you're going through that, it's normal. It's okay. It's you're not doing something wrong. You're not mentally like putting yourself lower than you should be, or whatever it is. That's honestly how it feels. It feels bad. And I'm not the only one saying this. Like, I sometimes speak about my own experience, but a lot of times I speak about what people tell me. So in this case, it's both. I died too. Yes, I officially died and got resurrected. No, honestly, I went through a lot of pain. Yes, it was very, very painful. I always said it's the most painful thing I ever experienced. Because I never thought I met my match, right? Before actually meeting my twin. I always knew, oh no, that's not it, next, right? Sort of. So when you finally do meet the right person, you don't want to let them go. You're like, no, that was the real one. And people telling you, oh, then it wasn't meant to be, then it wasn't the right one was yet to come. And you're like, nope, that's actually not the case. I know what's happening here. This was the right one who just left. I sent him away. And it's like, yeah, it's just, there's no mistakes. There's no, like, God doesn't make mistakes, right? God doesn't break you up. Like, oops, what did I do? I broke up Janine and Christopher. How could I? Oh my God, I was too high on something, like I didn't know what I was doing. No. That's not how it goes. Everything is exactly as it should be. You broke up physically because you each get to heal in your own corner, basically. I keep on saying the same thing, I know. But you both are going through a transformation of fully acknowledging and finding yourself. So a lot of times this cannot be done one sitting next to the other and fighting. It will be a big mess, right? Maybe it has been a mess, and then it was just like more compassionate for God to say, no, I can't watch this. No, you separate, you do it both over here, and you learn to be with yourself, Okay, maybe you're going to be with someone else, but that's just to realize that you don't want to be with them because it's not the right match. So don't despair, right? It's always going according to plan, and the pain will pass. The pain will pass. It's like a normal heartbreak times 27,000, but even a normal heartbreak passes. And so this one does too. And it will be for you, it will like only be for you to realize that the love doesn't pass. Once the heartbreak passes, the love remains. Like the love remains always. But the lesson will be that the love didn't go anywhere. And the pain left, because the pain was in you to begin with. Otherwise you wouldn't have to separate, because it's to clear that out, to heal that through everything. So yes, I just want to encourage you not to doubt or not to question yourself or not to be scared for your life or not to be scared for your sanity or for your well-being or whatever it may be. Don't be scared. It really, like, that's my message of this video. Okay, I'm glad we're getting to it. The message is, yes, it is painful. And yes, it's normal for this to be ultra painful. Because you're not the only one going through this. Everyone is going through this. Like everyone who separates is experiencing a tremendous amount of pain. So if everyone experiences it and everyone gets through it and gets out stronger on the other side, you will too. So use the time you're given, use the opportunity. Like, you will not feel sad and heartbroken 24/7. It will be moments, it will be waves. There will be a lot of moments where you're going to feel strong and good and powerful, even though you miss the other person or you want to be with them. But there's going to be these moments of like, wow, this is an opportunity for me to, learn something new, discover who I truly am, be with myself, discover God, meditate, work with Yvonne, get support, like learn to love myself. Like, wow, this is huge. This is amazing. So use that time, use that opportunity and do it. Yeah, I said it. So get in touch if you want to. Glad to hear you were, glad to see you were here. And thanks so much for your attention. And I hope this video helped you. Give it a thumbs up and share it if it did. And yeah, sending lots of love. You can do it. Stay at it. It's all good. You're doing perfectly. Okay? Much love and talk soon. Bye guys. Bye.